Hola!
Hello, welcome to SoFlo Sweat Stories podcast, where we share with you deep and personal stories.
Donde te compartimos historias profundas y personales de atletas,
Trainers,
gurús del fitness,
and more, with a side of cafecito, of course. We're your hosts, Danny Rios
y María del Mar Torres.
Join us in this conversation. Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. Very random quote from Julie Andrews, but we think this quote describes our guest, Alejandro Sancho, very well.
Alejandro has a long list, but this is one of important points. 2017 U23 World Team Trials Champion, second at the 2016 Pan American Championship, second at the 2020 Pan American Olympic qualifier, and a couple weeks ago qualified for his first Olympic Games.
Yay!
Congratulations!
Does that quote resonate with you?
Oh, 100%, definitely. It's been my whole entire life journey, perseverance, resiliency, just, every day getting in there, training as hard as I can, and competing. I've been competing wrestling my whole entire life. So it's all paid off. And this is like the best moment. It's a bittersweet moment for me.
And just as how we warm up for our exercises and how Alex warms up for his matches, we're going to warm up with some quick fire questions. So our first one is cortadito or a latte?
Oh, cortadito, definitely.
Do you miss it? Do you have that on a daily or?
Oh, I wish they had that here. They don't have that type of stuff here. They have espressos, like American espressos. In Colorado, they don't have coladas or anything like that. They have like American espressos.
But
it's like
Americano.
To it.
But right now you are in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So you should be having your coffee right now because it's what? 7:30 in the morning over there.
Yeah.
So SoFlo Sweat Stories.
I got my little Starbucks.
Starbucks.
I'm Americanized Cuban.
Okay, so La Carreta o Café Versalles?
Oh, La Carreta all day. All day.
All right, and then the next one, it's croquetas or pastelitos?
Ooh, depends.
Depends what?
On the croqueta or the pastelito. There's so many varieties.
Or together?
I'll probably do croqueta all day.
Nice. So South Beach or the Everglades?
Ooh, South Beach.
Don't do that. What about an indoor gym or an outdoor workout? Maybe this one is very obvious.
Outdoor workout. I like working outside.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to say indoor. Okay, cool.
He's from Miami.
Of course. I should have.
Yeah, we got it.
So, Alex, you practiced judo at a young age. Why the sport or martial art in particular?
I started doing judo like around 4 or 5 years old at Savannah Heights Elementary. My parents put me in that because I was like pulling kids' hair in like preschool and bouncing off the walls, locking my parents out of the house, and like grabbing my mom's lipstick and like writing all over the walls. I was a really bad child when I was little. So they put me in the combative sport like really young, and it kind of like calmed my ADHD down and made me focus a little better. So that's why I started at a young age doing judo.
Why judo? Did your parents practice it?
No, my dad was did a little karate back in the day in Cuba and got his gi stolen in Cuba and everything. No, I was the first. I'm the first combative out of the family. I think my mom's side, they did boxing a little bit, but I'm the first like professional.
That's so nice because you're now at the Olympic Games.
Yeah, my family's very proud. Everybody's very, very proud.
We'll get to that in a second because I know that was a very proud moment for you and your family.
Yeah.
Going back to school, was there any other sport you played or you wanted to play?
Yeah, definitely. Basketball. I played basketball when I was very young. I had a little basketball hoop in my front yard. So like all the neighborhood kids will come and we'll like gather up and play basketball. And it's that went all the way to high school. And I thought I was gonna play basketball in high school because I wanted to be an NBA player. That was my dream, to be Dwayne Wade. But I was 5'8", so I'm a short guy. It's not gonna happen. And then my wrestling coach ended up finding me at South Miami Senior High, Pardo, and recruiting me to wrestle.
So when did you decide to stick on the wrestling sports?
When did I decide to?
Yeah.
Halfway through my freshman year, I was playing basketball, and Coach Pardo came into the basketball court and grabbed me by my hair, and he's like, "Hey, come to the wrestling room. You're a wrestler."
But that's pretty cool, though.
6'2", 6'4". You're not gonna play basketball anytime soon. So he took me to the wrestling room. I did one practice in there, threw some guy on his head, and he was like, "All right, this is what you're gonna do." And I was like, "Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do." I love it. That's when I fell in love with the sport.
That's very cool. That was at a early age, I guess, freshman year, because some people get that wake up call their senior year of high school, and it's a little bit too late. So after high school, South Miami. Wait, where'd you go to middle school?
South Miami Middle.
Oh wow. Could have figured.
Yeah.
South Miami High School.
Did you?
No, I didn't. I went to. No,
I thought you were in
Mm-hmm.
South Miami.
No, I went to Cuesta, but that's very far from here. So after high school, you graduated. You went to Northern Michigan. Was that on a scholarship or?
Yes. So after high school, I kind of wanted to stick with Greco, do that full time. And my only option was Northern Michigan University. So I had a couple good coaches here in Florida that recommended me, because they didn't know me over there. Northern recommend me to go over there. So they gave me a 50%, started with a 50% scholarship over there, and then worked my way up to 100% after winning a couple of junior national championships and, making a name for myself over there.
So why Northern Michigan? Like, it's famous for...
El frío.
Oh. No, but I mean, like...
It's famous for el frío.
No, I know. But, like, that is famous. At Michigan is famous for the combat sports or wrestling.
Yeah. So Michigan State's a really big D1 school over there. Okay. They have really good folk style, but Northern Michigan University only focuses on Greco-Roman wrestling.
Oh, okay.
So it's a feeder program for, elite level athletes after they graduate.
So why did you want to stick with Greco and not freestyle? And if you can explain to us the difference between Greco, freestyle, and folk.
Okay. So there's 3 styles of wrestling. Folk style, which is the American style, right? And freestyle and Greco, which are the international styles, which are competed at the World Championships, the Olympics, and overseas, mostly like Russia. You go to Cuba, all these other countries, they only wrestle freestyle and Greco because folk style is an American sport. So I chose Greco because it was I transitioned very well to that. I like doing a lot of throws. I like, picking up people and putting them back on the ground. And folk style is more of a scrambling type wrestling. And I wasn't into that much. So I ended up sticking with Greco because it was very similar to judo as well. Mm-hmm. And it was an easy transition for me.
Okay.
So after Northern Michigan, you didn't finish at Northern Michigan. You joined the Army program called WCAP, correct?
Yes.
Why
the World Class Athlete Program, yeah.
Why did you make that move?
Okay, so I didn't finish my degree at Northern, unfortunately.
Which is fine.
Yeah, happens to a lot of people.
Smiling, everyone, he's smiling.
Yeah, I'm finishing my degree actually now. I'm transitioning to the Colorado State University here, and gonna finish my degree over here.
Congrats.
But yeah, when I was younger, I was
dreaming,
not the best.
Dreaming. Let's say you were dreaming.
Not the best student. Yeah, I wasn't the best student. I was falling asleep in class, and I wasn't taking school seriously like I should have been. But now that I'm older, 27 years old, I know how important school is. But yeah, I transitioned after 60 years of being at Northern Michigan University to the WCAP program because I wanted to join the Army initially. Mm-hmm. But, World Class Athlete program has been recruiting me for a long time now, so I thought it was going to be an easy transition for me. Also, I wanted to do some sort of law enforcement, so military police would be was what I wanted to do in the military. So I chose that MOS, did basic training, did AIT training in the military, and once I got out, I got recruited into the World Class Athlete program, and now I'm training full time as an active duty soldier, just wrestling full time.
How that works, the WCAP program? Like, they support you, they pay you, like, your education?
Yeah. So they treat us like any other active duty soldier. If like any other active duty soldier, like you get the same benefits as any other soldier. Health benefits, they pay off student loans, you get the VA loan, you get all that stuff. So I get all the benefits just like any other active duty soldier. Just I wrestle full time. I wrestle as an athlete. There's a whole bunch of other sports too in the World Class Athlete program, like boxing, running. There is bobsledding. There's all the Olympic sports you could think of is in that style, and we have all the elite athletes in that program.
Wow, I didn't know.
I think we have like 10 Olympians right now.
So they found you.
Yeah, I've been getting recruited. I've been getting recruited for a while now for the World Class Athlete program, and it's the best option for a Greco athlete because you get paid.
Yeah,
I
haven't heard about that. I haven't heard about that program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you get paid like a normal soldier, but you're just doing your specific sport. You're just training every single day. So it's a great program.
So do you know the Army, any athletes like now maybe it's famous or is competing for the Olympic Games?
I knew everybody on the team already. I've wrestled most of them, and yeah, I'm very familiar with everybody on the Greco team because we wrestle each other and we see each other at tournaments a lot. And I'm very familiar with the coaches as well. Some of the coaches were athletes before, and I've known them before, and now they're coaches. But yeah, I'm very familiar with everybody. The other sports I wasn't too familiar with, but yeah, they're all good people.
Mm-hmm. All right. So after failing to qualify for the Olympics in the past, and then finally a couple weeks ago, you finally made it. How did your mental strength play there?
Okay, definitely. So this tournament at the Olympic trials, I was the most focused I've ever been in my whole entire life. Like, I don't know, so zoned in and I knew what I had to do. And I was making sure that anybody that made it to the finals, that I knew what they had in their playbook, and I was going to like capitalize on that. And I was really focused. And that to me was something new to me. Cause usually when I make it to a finals match, or a world team trials match, I'm usually like, I win the first match and then I like get really excited. But this time I won. I won the first match this time with Ellis Coleman. And then I was like, all right, we got to get back into it, focus, do my little cool down, and then start doing my little stretches and just focus again, because you have one more match. So it's best 2 out of 3 in the finals. And I got it done. I was very focused, and this is what I wanted to do, and I got it done.
Yeah, because a lot of people think it's only the physical aspect, but the mental factor also.
Oh, it plays the bigger role than physical.
What was your thought, like, respecting the mistakes? Like, what do you thought? Like, maybe you think like,
you could have done something better, or
that's not for me, or.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit too cocky after winning the first rounds, usually at the World Team Trials, and I thought I could easily win the second round, and I wasn't thinking about my game plan for the next match. So I was a little bit more mature this time, and just made sure that I had a game plan for both matches, and make sure I'd execute.
So yes, you're going to the Olympics right now. Well, not right now, in a few weeks. Yes. But before that, do you have any other events happening around the world?
Yes. So we have a training camp in Atlanta on the 17th, I believe, of May. And then right after that, I think we're going to have the Pan American Games in Guatemala. So that'll be a nice little warm-up tournament to wrestle South American wrestlers. And then after that, we have another tournament in Poland, Warsaw. And that's going to be another warm-up tournament to wrestle European wrestlers. So yeah, those two tournaments are the next two big ones, and then going to be in Tokyo for 2 weeks just to get acclimated and make sure I'm getting my weight down right and ready to wrestle at the Olympics at the end. So the Olympics for wrestling is going to be towards the end of the Summer Games. So it's going to be like early August, towards the end of the Summer Olympics.
Alex, how was the process during the pandemic that you were training? How was the qualifying these years, because everything changed?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Did you think that was gonna affect you for Tokyo?
Yeah, I was a little skeptical when COVID hit. So I qualified the weight class in March of last year, and qualified the weight class to wrestle at the Olympics. So you to partake in the Olympics, you have to medal at an Olympic qualifying tournament for your country. And that was for me. That was the Pan Am Olympic trials. So I ended up taking, if you make it to the finals, top two guys qualify for their country to go to the Olympics in their country. So I ended up making to the finals, qualifying the weight in March, and then COVID literally hit right after that.
You were lucky.
So everything, right after that. So everything was like, everybody was like getting scared that like a pandemic was going on. You know, the Army is very strict with the COVID. You know, we have to have literally social distancing. We have to have masks on every single day. And then they found out about the program. So they're like, oh, no hands on, no touching, no combatives at all.
Wow.
So we were literally out for 4 to 5 months of doing no wrestling, no contact at all. So we're just outside running, social distancing, lifting weights all summer long. And then, that was pretty much my whole entire COVID experience.
I imagine that would change your body, nah? Your wave, like your
I got up. Yeah, so my weight class is 147, and I got up to like 185.
Wow! Oh,
this summer.
We all did, just so you know. We all gained some COVID pounds.
No, and I say that you were lucky for example, for the boxing.
Yeah,
they are gonna be qualified depending on the rankings. It cancelled the qualifiers. So he was lucky.
Yeah,
I was lucky. I qualified the weight right before that crazy things started happening around the world.
I know.
Let's go back to that moment you defeated Ellis Coleman. Who was the first person you looked at and you were like, holy shit, I did it?
So yo tenía toda la familia like in a corner of the stands. So, they all saw me. I have all my Cuban family over there, and they saw me, and they're like, "Oh my God, you did it! You did it! You did it!" And when I saw them, I'm not an emotional person at all. I don't cry. You could ask my wife. Like, I never ever cried, but that was like the most ugliest cry too. I was like, ugh, that was ugly.
Was she there?
Yeah.
What's your wife's name?
Pache.
Pache,
yeah. Everybody calls her Shay.
Where is she from?
She's from Alaska.
Ooh,
she's a Colorado. She's pretty much Colorado native. Her parents were from the military, the Marines, and they traveled a lot. So.
Okay, cool. Does she want to make a quick appearance or no?
She's in class right now.
Okay, never mind.
Alex, have you thought about practicing another combat sport? Maybe MMA?
Un poquito MMA.
Maybe MMA?
Did you watch the fight recently, UFC 260?
I know. Masvidal got his ass whooped. I was so sad. He had everybody in Miami on his back, and he was just being too cocky. That's what happens when you get too cocky in sports.
I mean, we were supporting Masvidal.
Yeah, but my favorite card was...
What did he say?
The what, sorry?
Two-piece and chicken McNugget or something like that. That's what he said. He got that. He got to that face.
But have you ever thought about doing that switch? Or no, you just want to stay focused in what you have right now?
Maybe. I don't know. I really want to do an occupation other than wrestling.
I feel that's a very mature answer.
I've never like worked ever in my life. So it's like I've only wrestled in my life. I've only gotten paychecks because of wrestling. So I want to actually.
You're like, it's time to settle down.
Get a job. Settle down a little bit. So yeah, I want to see law enforcement. Yeah.
I have to ask this though, when you just said law enforcement, and this is completely different to law enforcement, but we did talk about Masvidal, and you are from Miami. Did you ever do any street fighting? I know that's a very chonga question, but had to ask. Don't be embarrassed, because if you did it at someone's backyard or driveway,
no, you have to be proud.
I'm
proud.
When I was younger, I used to get into little scraps around the neighborhood. Usually get my ass beat because I'll like the bigger guys will usually pick on me, but I was like really little. But towards like when I got to high school, I didn't get into many fights anymore because of wrestling and stuff like that. But yeah, I put some kid to sleep one time when I was in the basketball court, and we got into like a little wrestling match, and I got him in a rear naked choke. I got around him. I got him to like a rear naked choke, and he passed out completely. Everybody was like slapping him in the face.
Oh my God.
And I was like, hey, I'm sorry, dude. You tried me.
We rated your Instagram.
Trash.
Well, actually, we already discovered that you're not engaged anymore. You guys got married, but we do want to know what it was like that moment that you asked her to be your wife.
It was an emotional feeling as well. That was another emotional time in my life that I thought I wasn't gonna get emotional, but I ended up, choking up a little bit. But yeah, she's a very special person to me, and she played a really big role in me making this a team, the Olympic team. And she's the one in the background, helping me through this journey, and she's the one for me. She's a blessing in disguise. I thank God for her every single day. And, I made the right decision in proposing to her.
So it's safe to say that she keeps you grounded.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm at a point in my life where, she's my rock. Definitely.
I wish people could see Alex right now, because he talks about her and he looks to the right.
Le brillan los ojos.
Just to make sure she's probably listening and he doesn't mess up what he's saying.
Say anything dumb. No. She's over there in the room. She's in school right now. But yeah, she knows that I appreciate her.
All right, Alex. Well, is there anything you want to say to your Miami friends and family rooting for you?
I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I miss Miami so much. I wish once I'm done with all this wrestling, I'm definitely gonna be moving back there, drinking my coladas in the morning, So I love Miami, man. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
Nothing. Thank you so much for your time. This is a SoFlo Sweat Story.
And good luck in Tokyo.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Este episodio es traído por
SoFlo Sweat Stories.
Si quieres patrocinarnos, envíanos un DM a nuestras redes sociales
@SoFlo Sweat Stories.